Hello, lovelies, and happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm Llama, filling in for Teri True Crime today, and welcome to Midday Missing, where we highlight current missing persons cases that need more attention. Now, this show streams every Monday and Wednesday at noon Central, unless I am streaming a live trial on Couch Court. Then the show usually happens during the court's lunch break, but you don't have to worry about that for a little while. Now, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live or drop an episode. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please download, leave us a review, a rating, whatever that platform asks for, because it helps our small little channel tremendously. Okay, you guys, today we are heading to Montana, which I've never been to Montana. Have you guys been to Montana? Well, that's where we're headed today. So first we're going to talk about John Baptiste Reamer, who was just 25 years old when he vanished from Helena, Montana on March 27th, 1994. A proud member of the Makah Indian Nation, John stood between 5'11" and 6 feet tall and weighed around 180 pounds. He had brown hair, brown eyes, and a distinctive red, yellow, and gray tattoo on his upper arm, a circular macaw design with the words Makah Nation around a Native American logo, and two feathers hanging down past his elbow. That weekend, John spent time with his girlfriend, Darcy Camerman, and their young son visiting her mother in Three Forks, Montana. When Darcy dropped him off at his apartment on Wilder Street in Helena, she noticed another man there. Someone she didn't recognize, but assumed John knew from a video rental store where he often rented Nintendo games. Oh man, I forgot this said 1994. I was like, whoa, video rental store. Oh my. Oh, this is so long ago. That's so sad. Okay. Now, the next morning, John spoke with Darcy and her mother before leaving for his classes at Carroll College. He sounded like himself, calm, normal, and in good spirits, but that was the last time anyone heard from him. After several days without contact, Darcy asked a friend to check on him. On April 4th, when there was still no sign of John, a missing person report was filed. Inside his apartment, his wallet, school books, and other personal belongings were all still there. His car was parked outside, and nothing appeared to be out of place in that, except his favorite cowboy hat, which was missing and may have been with him when he disappeared. At first, police believed he might have left voluntarily. John was struggling with bipolar disorder, depression, and substance addiction. He had been prescribed medication, but was not taking it at the time. He also had a criminal record and was on state supervision for a 1992 bar fight conviction. Now, years later, many years later, oh my gosh, this is 30 years. Oh, this poor family. There's still been no trace of him. No bank activity, no arrest, no contact with family. Investigators have also reopened the case. They interviewed friends, family, and acquaintances and learned that John had made calls to Alaska fishing companies before vanishing, possibly looking for work. Whether those calls, though, were connected to his disappearance remains unknown. Now, Darcy's mother believes John may have been threatened by someone in the local drug scene and either fled or met with foul play. Now, to this day, his case remains unsolved. So, what happened to John Baptiste Reamer, the young father from Helena, Montana, whose story has been missing for more than 3 decades? You know, Teri says this all the time. People do not just disappear into thin air. Someone out there probably knows something. So if you know something about this case, whether it's just been a rumor or maybe this reminds you of something that may have happened in 1994, if you have any information, please contact the Helena Police Department at 406-447-8497, or the Makah Tribal Police Department at 360. Oh, 360. That's not how you read the telephone numbers, Llama. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. Or you can call the Makah Tribal Police Department at 360-345-2701. Now, if you know of or have a loved one missing and are interested in having their story featured on an upcoming episode of Midday Missing, please join Teri for a live interview. You can contact Amy, our producer, by emailing her at amy, A-M-Y, at tcwtmedia.com. Or you can contact them through all of our social media accounts. I know that Teri has done quite a few interviews with family members who have missing persons. And while those stories are hard to wrap your head around, it's always interesting to hear those interviews because you just feel like you get to know that person so much more by what they share. So if you guys are interested in that, please, again, send an email to Amy. Now, the next story we're going to cover is Richisha Renee Bear, also known as Keisha. She was last seen in Pablo, Montana on February 4th, 2024. The 19-year-old told a friend she was ready to seek help for her substance abuse struggles, and her friend even scheduled an appointment for her. But sometime during the night, Keisha quietly left and was unfortunately never seen again. Her family reported her missing on March 26th. While Keisha had occasionally gone off the grid before, she's never disappeared for this long. She has ties to Rocky Boy, Havre, Great Falls, and Billings, Montana. Keisha is a 4'10", 5-foot tall Native American woman weighing between 120 and 140 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. When she vanished, her hair was dyed bright red with dark roots showing, and she wore metal orthodontic braces. She has piercings in both ears and her right nostril and tattoos, including one on the right side of her neck and another reading baby girl on her upper left chest near her collarbone. Now, she is a member of the Chippewa Cree Indians of the Rocky Boys Reservation and was last seen wearing a sweater, jeans, and sneakers. Now, if you have any information on Keisha's whereabouts, just like I said with the last one, or maybe it was a rumor you heard, maybe, after a couple years, some people were talking, or maybe you do remember seeing Keisha, please call the Lake County Sheriff's Department at 406-883-7301 or the Rocky Boy Police Department at 406-395-4513. Now, that's just so sad on both of these cases that they haven't been found yet. And I do hope that their parents or the parents and family get answers soon. Now, Keisha has only been missing for almost a year, where the first one was for 30 years. So that's why putting information, whether you know or don't know necessarily whether it's accurate to the police, is so, so important. Now, apparently, this reminded Teri of a Trafficked episode she watched a few months back. Season 5, episode 7. Now, I have not watched this show. This is just a note she had left. The Great American Rehab Scam, which sounds very interesting. Now, in that show, Mariana Van Zeller exposes how scammers exploit people who are desperately seeking help for addiction, luring them into fraudulent rehab facilities that profit off their pain. Oh my gosh. I've never watched this show, but I'm probably going to check out that episode because what? Ugh, that's disgusting. Now, you have to wonder if Keisha may have crossed paths with one of these operations. And I truly hope she didn't. But if she did, maybe someone who's seen that episode or this post will recognize her and come forward. She says that you can stream that traffic episode on Hulu, Disney Plus, or Amazon Prime, which I have all of those, so I guess I'll be finding that. By the way, again, if you missed that, it's season 5, episode 7. She says it's an eye-opener and a heartbreaking reminder of how vulnerable people trying to get help can be. So let's keep Keisha's story alive. Let's keep John's story alive and out there. Please share all the missing persons posters. I mean, you never know whose screen it's going to come across, and maybe it'll be the right person. But we'll get more into sharing that later. Now, I'm not Teri, but it's Teri's tips time, and I'm going to agree with her on her tips. So let's go over them together. So when someone's making the very brave choice to seek help for addiction, safety should never be a question. It's already hard to get to that point anyway, right? Now, unfortunately, not all rehab centers are what they claim to be. And once recovery begins, the holidays can bring their own challenges. So let's talk about both how to protect yourself when seeking help and how to protect your peace once you've started healing. Now, 1, do your research before committing to a program. A legitimate treatment facility should have a state license or national accreditation, CARF or JCAHO, or state health departments. Very important that they have that accreditation, okay? They should have a physical address and verifiable staff credentials. They should offer transparent costs and treatment plans, not vague promises, okay? Some red flags: no license, no doctors on site, or limited time offers for admission. Real recovery isn't sold like a vacation package, okay? It's very real. And, I feel like I'm seeing why this could be run as scams on the internet, and the physical address is important, right? Like if they're like, oh, we can just meet over cam like this, it's probably not even really going to help somebody a whole lot. So 2, be wary of strangers or recruiters offering free flights, hotel stays, or gifts to attend rehab. Yeah, what? These are often patient brokers, people who profit from sending vulnerable individuals to unsafe or unlicensed centers. Instead, confirm travel directly through the verified rehab. Let family or friends know where you're going and who's driving or flying with you. And make sure to share your arrival time and check-in contact with someone you trust. Ugh. 3, always have a safety contact before you leave. Give a loved one your itinerary, contact names, and facility details. Plan daily check-ins for the first few days, and if possible, have someone accompany you to intake. Having a safety net doesn't mean you're weak. It absolutely does not. It means you're smart. All right. And that way, if something does happen to you, somebody has all of that information. Okay. 3, trust your gut. If it sounds too good, be cautious. If something feels off, listen to that voice inside. So here's the reasons you should be cautious, or when they happen. Okay. If the staff can't answer questions directly, I mean, some of the questions they probably won't be able to because they're not doctors, but they should have a lot of information for you outside of, medical advice. All right. You're pressured to hand over ID or insurance too quickly. You're not allowed to keep your phone or contact family. Real recovery centers empower you. All right. They don't control you. You shouldn't be like in jail. All right. Also use verified resources. So for real vetted help, you can go to findtreatment.gov. It's a government-run directory of licensed programs. The place you're looking into should be on that list. If it's not on that list, you better do some more research, okay? There's also the SAM-HSA National Hotline, 1-800-662-HELP or 4357, because I'm not good at knowing what those letters mean. That you can call them anytime when you're struggling. Local hospitals or mental health departments can connect you with verified professionals. Now, if you have already gone through rehab or taken the steps to be sober, one, congratulations. Good job. All right. It's going to be a struggle, but people do believe in you, and I think you can do it. The holidays, of course, can be triggering. All right. And a time for temptation. I get it. I can see easily how it would be. So here is a few tips to help you stay sober during the holidays. Plan ahead, all right? It is okay to bring your own drink to make sure you have something that is alcohol-free. And people should kind of respect that you don't want to drink. If they're being like, no, just do it anyway, they're not so great. Have an exit plan in case things get out of hand and you feel you want to drink. Protect your boundaries. You do not owe anyone anything, all right? You can leave if it's too hard. And if their feelings are hurt, then I don't know what to tell you. They should be supportive of you not being able to be there during a time that's a struggle for you. Don't let others tempt you into drinking or call you names or anything like that. You probably shouldn't hang out with those people anyway, even if they are your own family. That's just my advice, but you also need to stay connected to your support group and sober friends. Many support groups, I know, especially during the holidays, usually meet more often because of how hard of a time this can be for a lot of people in recovery. So find a support group. Even if it's not your regular one, go there, and hopefully that'll help you with that. Now, whether you're taking your first brave step into recovery or protecting the sobriety you've worked so hard for, know this, all right? You are worth the effort. You are worth the safety, and you are worth a future that's real, clear, and yours. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Now, if you or someone you love needs help, call 1-800-662-4357, or that spells help. You are not alone in this. This happens to millions of people all of the time. All right. So get your help and get your life back. All right. You deserve it. Now, thank you all for joining me today in Midday Missing. Teri will be back on Wednesday for her next episode. Now, just giving everyone a heads up here who's listening to us, there will not be any Midday Missing or live shows in general next week, as Teri will be traveling and spending time with the family for Thanksgiving, as well as myself for my shows. So, oh yes, Daria, thank you for putting that. There are 24-hour alkathons all around on the big holidays. Good to know. Great to know. If anybody should need those. And they even do them online now too, support groups. So that's always an option if maybe perhaps you're in a rural area, or maybe you don't have a car. You can easily get online. So take a look online for those support groups too. Just make sure there are support groups that come from like a respectable, group. So now you guys, don't forget, you can also join our Facebook group. That is where we'll post all of our missing person posters, as well as share other missing persons posters as well. Teri will also post the posters on her Teri True Crime socials, so that you can share even if you're not on Facebook. As I said earlier, just sharing the poster could make all the difference. I mean, you know how algorithms can be. You just never know. So please do that. Oh, thank you, Daria, for confirming. Thank you. There are 24-hour meetings online 365 days a year. Thank you for that additional knowledge there. Thank you so much for that. Now, True Crime and Wine Time airs every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, every week, where we dive in, me and Teri, both of us, deep dive into shocking true crime cases, perfectly paired with wine. Now, this week, we will be doing a recap and update on the disappearance of Chase Lackey. Now, this is our last episode of True Crime and Wine Time for the year until February, as that show in particular takes a lot of time to research those cases to make sure they're as accurate and factual as possible. So we do take off a couple months for that show so we can work on them ahead of time and bring you the best research we can find. So that'll be back, I think the first weekend of February, that I want to say is like the 5th, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But we'll be there then. Now, if you haven't become a member of our YouTube channel, you really should, because we have all sorts of amazing perks for our members, including several shows that are exclusively only for members and much more. I just got done with an episode of Llama Learns About for the members, and that was a lot of fun. And tonight, we have our members appreciation stream where we do giveaways, have some super new announcements, all sorts of stuff at 8 p.m. Eastern today for our members. Now, if you want to be one, just click the join button on our page and pick whatever level works for you. Our starting level is as low as 99 cents a month and even comes with a show of its own, TMI. Now, as you all know, we are fast approaching the holidays. And as I said, this whole channel will be taking Thanksgiving off of live shows, except for a few specials. All right. And one of those specials will drop on Wednesday, November 26th, which is an interview that Teri just did with Eric, the founder and president of Angels Voices Silenced No More. Now, so make sure you have your notifications set so you don't miss this interview. I'm so excited. I was not there when it happened, so I'm very excited to watch this special interview she has with Eric. Now, Midday Missing will air its final show of the year on Monday, December 1st. Teri will be covering 5 cases that day, so it'll be a little bit longer than y'all are used to. And then she'll be back in the new year with all new cases. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I have for you today. So thank you for accepting me as your guest co-host for today's episode of Midday Missing. And as Teri likes to say, until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and if you see something, say something, and help these families bring their loved ones home. And as I always say, go forth and be amazing. All right, guys, thank you so much, and she'll see you with